Hello, friends. Welcome to day 2 of your 30-day decluttering plan with Ruma. That is me. Anyway, welcome everyone. Let's move on to yesterday we did the hall closet. Let's start at the front of the door and move into your entryway. So on day 2, what I want you to do is go out of your house and come back into your entryway. And let me paint you a little picture of many of the entryways that I have experienced. Shoes strewn about, backpacks. If they're lucky enough to have space for a beautiful console table or an entryway table or somewhere to sit, there's usually stuff all over it, mail, books, keys, change, money, sunglasses, all that stuff. So the picture that I've seen in real life is very messy entryways. So my idea on what you should declutter immediately, if possible, from your entryways, shoes you no longer wear, old mail or papers, newspapers, stuff like that, any keys or keychains you don't use, random clutter that's on the entryway tables, and any worn out, like a welcome mat or a rug or something that you have been using for a long time and it just looks worn out. So, what I would like you to think about is stepping into this gorgeous entryway where, let's just say, if you're lucky enough, you have space for a table. So the table should be pretty much empty with a beautiful, maybe a bowl or maybe a large bowl and a smaller vessel for keys. Maybe I know one of my clients, once we restyled her entryway, she had this gorgeous bowl, Italian Murano glass that she used to put all her change in, and it just looked fantastic. She also had enough space for a vase with flowers and then her keys. And I had mentioned to this in my live stream for the day one declutter. She also had created, this is actually a different client. Another client who had an entry table had created a little cell phone garage. So as her family comes into the house, she had a big family. She wanted people to be able to charge their phones at the front door and tuck them away. So we actually drilled holes in the back of drawers. We're able to create a situation where she could charge all of the cell phones in this little drawer hidden away from plain sight. And it was really awesome. It turned out so beautifully. So my recommendation when you walk into your entryway is you want it to be inviting. You do not want to step on something or obstacle course your way into the house. That is just not welcoming. So you want to pick everything up and start from scratch if that's what works best for you. Again, if you have place for a table, wonderful. Keep the bare essentials on that table and make it look attractive. You want it to be aesthetically pleasing when anyone comes into your house. So when you have a guest over, they're not stepping on toys, they're not stepping on shoes, they're not tripping over backpacks. So one of the things you can also do is if you have space, you can get one of these skinny kind of shoe cabinets. It looks like a really pretty console. My niece actually has a beautiful one that I think she might have gotten at IKEA, but it's a wood colored one and it's quite tall. I would say it's about 4 feet tall, and it's a gorgeous, very slender cabinet. And when you open it, it's literally brilliant. You can put, I don't know, maybe 20 pairs of shoes in it, and it looks great. On top, she has some beautiful decor and a vase with flowers, and it's just so welcoming. And she has not the biggest hallway, so it just fits perfectly. So again, it's very simple. Just make sure only what you need is in your entryway, and you want it to be welcoming for anyone who is interested in decluttering. Part of the reason you want to declutter is you want your house to be welcoming. You don't want to have to run around, put things in bags, and hide them in closets because somebody came over unexpectedly. So a good way to keep yourself organized and to have a North Star is you can tell yourself, hey, the reason I want to get organized is because I don't want to feel anxious or anxiety or even embarrassed if somebody comes over unexpectedly and then they walk into my house and they trip over a backpack. Like, create your own why and stick to that. And I think honestly for today, that is it. Just you want to start at the front of your house and let's work all the way through. And each space in bite-sized pieces, we will get it done. So again, entryway, get rid of any extra shoes you no longer wear. Let's clean up all the clutter with the paper clutter, the old mail, old newspapers. Only keep keys that you actually need and use. So one thing I do with clients is we actually document, okay, I have a car key. Okay, I have three house keys. I personally have one. Two of the other sets of house keys are with A person and B person. And then what you want to do is document, whether it's in your mind or on a piece of paper, but any other additional keys. If your keys don't match a lock, if your keys don't match a door, then you know what? You put them in the metal recycling or the trash. You decide. Sometimes I like to go through and make sure we are recycling, but sometimes it's worth it to just throw things out. So figure out where your keys belong, who they belong to, make sure they go to the right person. If you have a jingle jangle, like big giant keychain with 45 keys on it and you have no clue what those are for, why are you keeping it? You could even try to donate it. People use it for doing decor and DIY. I've seen people do really cool things with keys. So anyway, folks, that is it for today. Go clean up your entryway, make it beautiful, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3 when we talk about and enter into your living room. Bye.